okay, now I'm gonna start lying. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be on iCarly.
That's not a lie.
I thought we were friends.
I'm so sorry.
This is how I find out.
Really like him.
I'm done.
Oh. Welcome, Bestie Lulus, to another episode of Delulu with Ryan Lu. I'm your host, Ryan, aka Emotions, and today's guest is actually a really close friend of mine. He is an actor, a content creator, and a master manifester navigating a crazy online world of astrology, and don't we know it, besties? He is every zodiac sign possible. Zodiac boyfriend himself, the Nick Grigolia. Hi, Nick.
Hello. First of all, the first thing I want to say is I'm
Yes.
so proud of you and everything you've done.
Thank you.
Like, you deserve it all.
Thank-
More and more and more. So let's cheers. To
Cheers.
that.
Oh my God, that is so sweet. We paid him to say that before the show started.
I also wanted to show this cute cup off. So,
So a
cheers.
little Delulu mug, which you can get yourself too in my shop. Well, Nick, thank you so much. That was so sweet. Literally, you did not have to say that. I really do appreciate it. I'm proud of you. Like, to be honest, not even so much about everything you have going on, which is so incredible and exciting, and we're definitely going to get into it. But the fact that like 5 years later, guys, Nick and I started making content around the same time in 2020, which was about half a decade ago. And the fact that you're still here, I'm still here, thank God.
And you weren't in LA, right?
No, I wasn't.
Right, yeah.
No, I wasn't.
I was initially, but then when COVID occurred, I left and I went to
Right.
Georgia, the country, not the state. And
Right.
that's where
Well,
we became friends.
I'm so glad for that too, especially because it's so lonely, and in this specific niche, I feel like it's so weirdly competitive and the energy's so aggressive for some reason, even though it's meant to be very uplifting and spiritual. Do you ever feel that way?
Not anymore because I've like made healthy boundaries. I
Absolutely.
don't really I feel like the audience isn't dumb, you know? They can always tell when someone is the real deal and then someone is just doom and gloom.
Absolutely.
You know, just use your intuition. Like
Right.
there's a lot of people that just plagiarize other people, for example, and I think that is so obvious because like energetically, I'm not picking up the interest to like listen and tune in because it feels like they're plagiarizing someone else's message. If that makes
Absolutely.
sense. But then when someone that actually knows what they're talking about, like yourself, listen.
Thank
Like,
you.
do you ever feel that way? Like your body is just like
Yes.
skip.
Absolutely. I don't know. It's like something I have to do like a deep dive on myself with, because to be honest, I see a lot of creators who make similar content to me, and my first instinct, and this is like the unhealed version of me, is, are they copying me? And I always watch through. I'm like trying to pick up on words they're saying and what they're doing. And to be honest, most of the times they're not. But at the same time, it's like an oversaturated niche. There's a lot going on. There's a lot more people now than when we began.
Right.
And it just feels like that to me. And I don't know why I'm coming so threatened. Well, obviously you've dealt with this so much yourself, with people straight up plagiarizing your content, copying your content. I've been dealing with something similar, and I talked to you about it, which, by the way, you gave me the most reassurance. I don't have a lot of creator friends, so I reached out to Nick. So for context, Lulu, someone was copying my content word for word, which was deeply upsetting to me because I write my content like myself. I originate it. So it really bothered me, and I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know how to react. And I asked Nick for advice on it, and it was really good and helpful and insightful. You basically told me to not react, to take my time with it, to not like do anything out of anger. And I'm really glad you said that, because I felt like I was going to call her out.
You can say things that you'll regret, you know, and
100%.
then you'll feel bad. You'll lose sleep.
I
I know
was
I
losing sleep.
definitely would. If I said something online,
Yeah.
like this person is copying me, I would lose sleep because I would be stressed out. Like, no, you know, the best thing to do is not react. If that person is copying you, they're never gonna be you. It's
That
like
part.
flattering.
Exactly.
It's so annoying. It's not flattering. I actually don't like it when people say, "Oh, imitation is the highest form of flattery."
I get it.
I hate it. Be you. You know, it's not that hard, but just don't react.
And you're exactly right
There's
about
only
that.
one you.
I agree. And that's what I was trying to tell myself too. Like, not to make this about me, but I was like, in the moment when I was like going through that, I was like, you know what? They can't copy me and my career and where I am in life. So they can copy the videos, whatever, get a cheap hit out of it. But at the same time, it's like, you're never going to be where I am. And I'm not saying I don't hope that they get there, but I'm also saying I'm not
It's not
hoping that they
gonna
do.
last either. Like
It's not
maybe
sustainable.
one video of like the 50 they copied will do well.
Yes.
But it's not gonna last. It really isn't.
Thank you for saying that. Like, honestly, I still need the reassurance because I think they still are. I just stopped checking. But
Honestly, I have a three chance policy.
yeah,
First time I close my eyes, maybe it's a coincidence. Second time, it's like, okay, maybe I should give them another chance. And then third time, I just block.
you're so much better than me. I'm immediately on the defense, and it's probably because of my Aries rising. So we share that. Well, not he doesn't have an Aries rising. You have an Aries moon,
Aries
but
moon.
they're very reactive. Exactly.
Oh my gosh, totally.
Yes.
And the reason I gave you that advice is because
Yeah.
like I've experienced these like crazy blow ups like in high school, but like
Ooh.
reacting right away, and then I regretted it even if I was right.
Right.
So it's like I taught myself not to react.
That's honestly really good advice too, because like especially when you're online, it's like so much more
Yeah.
amplified.
And also, you don't know who that person is, and you're never gonna meet that person either. That person
Hopefully.
is somewhere in.
That's what I'm saying. They're never gonna be in the same rooms as me. They're not gonna have the same opportunities as me. So whatever, girl. You do you, I suppose. But Nick, your content is so much based on astrology, and you are the Zodiac boyfriend, like we talked about. But I want to talk about the person behind Zodiac Boyfriend, Nick Grigolia. Can we get into the Nick lore, your origin story?
What do you want to know? Oh my gosh,
Everything.
I'm trying not to ask these questions because normally I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm like,
Well, you know what? I have a plethora of
that.
questions for
I'm
you.
so vague with people.
You
but
are.
This is why I'm here, to get to know each other better.
Yes.
Um,
Well, just start like, how did you start your creator journey? I know we both began in 2020, but you know, who's Nick? Where did Nick come from?
well, I was born and raised in New York, Brooklyn. My parents are from Georgia, the country, not the state,
The
Eastern
country.
Europe. And then when COVID started, well, first I was here in LA pursuing film. I was in a film school, pursuing acting. Hello, I'm an actor.
Cast him.
Then COVID started. And like I get it if you're in like a business
Yeah.
major, like for COVID and Zoom and everything, but if you're an actor, I don't know, Zoom is not it for me.
Oh,
And
it's
also
so
paying so
different.
much money in rent just to sit in your room. I went to Georgia, the country, and that is where I started my creator journey. That's where I started posting TikToks, and yeah, we started at a really good time because we started
We
at
did.
a time when TikTok was still a bit like, ew, you're on TikTok, because
Yeah.
now it's like you're not on TikTok.
I know, isn't that
Uh-huh,
crazy? Oh my gosh.
We
And
were during the golden ages for sure.
100%. I always say it was like the digital gold rush. Absolutely. Like if you didn't get in when you got in, because it's so much harder now.
If anything, I wish I started a year earlier.
Kind of
you
same. I wish I
know?
had the nerve
We
to.
would have been with Charlie and all of that.
Oh my god, literally. I would have done the TikTok dances.
Totally. I have
Absolutely.
no body coordination, by the way. That's why you haven't seen any dances on my page. I'm like, I can't even learn like basic things.
Well,
What
you
is
know
this,
what?
The Macarena?
We're gonna teach you right here on Delulu when we get to the dance Lulu section.
Oh no, you're
I'm just kidding. There's no dancing. We will not be getting up from this chair. Well, Nick, I don't know if you know this, but when I started watching you, I actually started watching you right when you began to in 2020. I just was so drawn to your content. I'm still drawn to your content, so drawn to you, but you were my comfort creator. Like, do you remember? I don't know if you remember this. I got mauled by a dog in 2021.
Yes.
And I would watch your lives to make myself feel better. Like I was recovering, like literally gauzed up. I couldn't speak, I couldn't eat, but I would watch your lives and like smile to myself as much as I can, just because like you were going live and they made me feel so good.
That is so sweet. Thank you.
I don't know. Thank you.
No,
It
thank
healed
you.
me.
Well, you're healing me by saying that.
Oh, wait, can I tell you something crazy about that?
Yes.
Okay, I have the craziest thing. You're gonna think I'm so Delulu psycho, which fair.
No.
But okay. I would watch your TikTok lives when I was healing, and I would plant my friends. I would send my friends to go into your lives and like prompt you to speak about me as in emotions.
Oh my gosh, I love that though. Why not?
They would do it, and you would do it, and you
Okay.
wouldn't know I was watching, by the way, because I would watch anonymously on my laptop. So I was watching, and I would send my friends in, and they'd be like, who's like creators that you like? Like I'll tell them what to say, and you would mention me, and I would be so excited. Oh my gosh.
Because for me to like a creator, first of all, I can like someone's work, but not like
Right.
like I don't know
Agree.
them as a person.
Agree,
you know,
agree.
like I'm not gonna like someone. Like I'm not like a fan of anyone.
Right.
But if
I'm a fan of you, by the way.
I'm a fan of you, but mainly because first of all, I love everything you do. But the reason I'm a fan of you is because we're friends.
Thank
And
you.
I like you, and we have a
Aw.
really good energetic like exchange. That's why I'm
Absolutely.
a fan of you. That's
Thank
when I
you.
can become a fan of someone. I can
Okay.
always appreciate appreciate someone's work and like, give applause where it's due.
Absolutely.
But I'm not like a fan. I don't know.
Absolutely. I get that.
Like I would never stand in line for anyone.
I feel like I would. I think I would do it for actually not anymore. When I was younger, I for sure would. Today, I don't think I would. I don't like lines in general.
I mean, if I became friends with whoever I would have to potentially stand in line with, well, first of all, if we became friends, I expect you to let me in line free. And I would definitely come and want to come and fully support you with whatever show you're doing, whether it's like comedy or music or anything. I will fully support you with my whole heart. But I'm just not going to wait in line if I, like,
Nick actually stood in line to get into the set today to be on the show, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, it was a long line out the door. Everyone wants to be a guest. So we appreciate you standing in line for us and joining.
Like, get me in.
And we got you in. That's what friends do. But yeah, my God, it was so crazy.
Delulu.
T-Lulu. Because honestly, yeah, I felt like I was like, I don't even think I want to admit that to you that I would do that. But you were sweet. You were so sweet, and you would mention me, and you would like be really nice about it, and I'd be so giddy.
I would
kick
only
my feet up.
people I actually like. So even though we never met, we've had few exchanges here and there through text, and supporting each other's posts, and we were in the same.
You were one of the
space.
2 creators at the time that I was actively watching, like, you hit 1 million, and I was like refreshing, like I was so excited for you to hit the 1 million, like as if it was mine.
You made a post on Twitter about it. I was like, oh my gosh.
And then
I followed you. You never followed me back, but I don't use Twitter, so you don't have to.
Oh my God, call me out. I am so sorry. Well, I will reactivate that account and follow you back.
I don't use Twitter. It's not for me.
I'm that account's dead. I didn't even know you followed me. Oh my gosh, I will of course follow you back.
I was like looking up my name on Twitter to see if anyone was talking crap about me. I don't care anymore about these things.
That?
Not anymore. I couldn't care less. But I would, like when I first started, I'm like, oh, I'm online.
I used to do that a lot too.
Thankfully, I've never seen anything negative. I've never really experienced much hate, online, but that's how I found. I typed my name up and then your post came up and I'm like, ooh, I even commented.
What did I say?
I don't remember. You said something about congratulating me and someone else for like hitting 1 million or something.
Oh, I was so excited for you. Like genuinely, like it's because at the time I was at probably 200K and I was like so rooting for you. Like I really wanted you to get there, and you obviously did, and blown immensely past that, by the way. So we have so much more milestones to celebrate for you.
We're talking about millions for both of us.
Period. Absolutely claiming that for sure.
More. Come on, universe.
Yes, universe. You're listening, please. We're welcoming it. Absolutely. But you know what? I used to look myself up to, and I feel like I generally don't get that much hate comments. I've had moments in my career where people would really come at me, and that would be really, 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 really difficult. And Bestie Lulus, thank you so much. You guys literally always have my back during those situations, and I apologize that you have to have my back during those situations, but I appreciate it.
But that's on being a real Bestie Lulu. So
thank you, Bestie Lulus. Yes, thank you. But I had one comment that I actually really, really love. I was talking about with my friend Cisco yesterday. I got a comment a couple years ago, and it should have been offensive, but I loved it. And I still think about it and remember it to this day. I got a comment that was like, Ryan, which is me, right? They were like, Ryan's not even good.
Ryan?
Oh, it's me. It's emotions, whatever. You're Delulu BFF, the host of Delulu with Ryan Liu.
Which is me, by the way. Like, I don't know your name.
I don't know who's
I would always refer to you as Emotions, actually, for the longest time. So.
That's what I wanted initially, and then we're rebranding as Ryan Liu. Hi. So it's me, Ryan. But yeah, I got a comment that was like, Ryan isn't even good at astrology. They just have a lot of star power, and that's why people follow them. And I was like, thank you. I love that. I actually really like that comment because it's like, yes, they were basically saying I was bad at what I was doing, but they were like, people just like you. And I was like, I'll take it.
I agree with half of that comment.
Thank you. The astrology one.
Definitely not.
Well, you know what? Nick is so well versed in astrology. You wouldn't even imagine how good you are at astrology because you are really, really, really good at it. But your content's so lighthearted and so easy to understand and to digest. And that's the way I make my astrology too. I want it for anyone who can see the video, you know nothing about astrology, but you start watching my video, by the end of it, you'll understand what I'm saying. And your content's very lighthearted like that too, but you're really good at astrology.
I've concluded that I think my page, I'm like trying to transit, we'll talk about that later, but like my page is like great for drawing in people that don't know much about astrology.
Absolutely.
And then opening a whole new world of astrology up
Oh,
to
and it's
them.
a world.
Yeah, because like I do more lighthearted stuff.
Me
I
too.
definitely have the knowledge of more. We've had many discussions about it and everything, but
Intimidating
it's
discussions.
just not for me. Like I don't want to like tell people what's coming. I don't want to tell people what retrograde is occurring and all of that. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't want to. And everyone else does it too. So
It's covered. Well, how did Zodiac Boyfriend begin? Of course, you are an actor, and we're going to get into the acting of it all, but how did Zodiac Boyfriend begin?
well, I've always been interested in astrology for the longest time I can remember, as well as acting and being an actor. I never like there was not one day where I was like, oh, I woke up and I want to be an actor, or like oh, I want to like start studying astrology. No, they just like kind of came to me
They, like,
themselves.
found you.
Yeah, yeah. Like for example, when I was living in New York, I was probably like 8 years old, 7, I don't know. I would always lie to the kids on on the playground, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be on the next iCarly episode on Nickelodeon, and I would be treated like a celebrity, low key.
Well, that's manifesting.
I was never on iCarly, but
Well, you know what? They have an iCarly movie coming out, Miranda.
Miranda.
We're both available.
Oh, yeah,
a
we
future
are.
guest of Delulu, by the way. So Miranda, we'll talk about it. But Nick and I are available. Please
Oh my
cast
gosh,
us.
that is actually crazy how everything is so connected.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
It's not random that I just brought this up and
No.
then you're gonna have Miranda on
I'm gonna have Miranda.
Everything is literally connected, and I think that is so beautiful about life because what are the chances?
I'm manifesting it. She's not a confirmed guest yet.
Miranda!
Miranda.
Look how cute we are.
Well, honestly, that's exactly how you manifest too.
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell people all the time that I was a TikTok star before I had any sort of following, before I had anyone even interested in my content, or even before I knew what I was doing. So telling your playground besties that you're on iCarly, it can still happen.
I was treated like a celebrity on
You
the
are a
playground,
celebrity.
but that only lasted for a week because soon after I then went to Georgia.
So you just left them thinking
That way I wouldn't have to deal with the repercussions of, you lied, you weren't on iCarly.
Oh, girl, I got that so much when I would tell people, like, all my little Delulus. They'd be like, you're lying. And I'm like, I'm not lying. I'm fucking manifesting. But okay, cool.
But I don't lie anymore because I'm not good at
Well,
it.
that's how you manifest. You got to just claim it, and you got to act like it's already yours. Like, whatever you want. Let's do it right now. What are we manifest? Just say it like it already happened. Okay, mine is... I'm also on iCarly.
Okay.
We're both on iCarly.
Okay, we're both on iCarly.
There we go.
Let me just add another manifestation. This is what I want for me. I want a really good agent for acting. Hello, agents.
You already have one. Oh, I mean, Nick's
oh.
available. Fuck. Well, listen. Okay, we're manifesting your great agent. Honestly, honest to God, I feel like with my manager, I manifested that too. I would read my old journal entries about wanting a really good team, and I feel like the team I have now is like a dream come true.
She's such a boss, honestly.
Oh my gosh, Madeline is
Yeah.
so on top of it. Absolutely. And everyone I work with, it takes a village, y'all. So
Aries,
Brett, of
right?
course. Yeah, he's an Aries. She's an Aries. She's an Aries.
Aries are the bosses.
She's a boss. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, we have an Aries sun, an Aries moon, and an Aries rising.
There we go. Lots of Aries energy in here. Don't fuck with us. Well, okay. So what are some other dream roles that you want to do? You wanted to be an iCarly when you were telling the playground besties.
Everyone also compared me to Freddie in iCarly when I was younger.
Freddie.
Everyone's the guy.
The internet guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And look at how that
he
manifested.
filmed everyone.
Yeah. Freddie.
That was
He
his-
made content. He made videos.
Yeah, that's his name, right? Freddie on the
Freddie.
show. Nathan.
Freddie
Kress, I think.
Benson. Yes, Nathan Kress. That's right.
Yeah. So
Wait,
everyone
why were they
always-
comparing? Like visually?
Visually, yeah.
Really?
I guess I looked like him when I was little.
You're kind of giving
Um,
like he's the one man production team. So absolutely.
So I was like, okay, now I'm gonna start lying. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be on iCarly.
That's not a lie. You're manifesting it, and when you're in the revival movie, we're gonna pull this up. Trust me.
What's your favorite word?
Probably fuck. Wait.
Iconic. That was so iconic.
So
of her.
iconic. Yeah, she needs to be on the show. We're gonna recreate that with her as well.
How do I know that she's a Taurus? I don't know. I like.
Do you know that for a fact?
I think so.
Well, happy birthday recently to
Oh,
Miranda Cosgrove.
Yeah, happy birthday.
It was just
recently.
Taurus season. Okay, well, Nick, so you moved back to Georgia and you started making content there. So then what happens? How did you end up back in LA?
Well, the plan was always to come back here because, I mean, there's not much you can do in Georgia. It is a post-Soviet Union country, and that's unfortunate. Beautiful country, amazing food, amazing views, the mountains, the culture, the everything. But if you want to be in the arts,
not for that.
There's nothing there. I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's something, of course, and there's very talented people, but there's no funding. There's
You did a
no-
short film in Georgia.
I did. So there's a lot of people in Georgia, and I moved to Georgia from New York. So it's not like my Georgian was the best. English is my first language. Yes, I've been learning Georgian at the same time, and Russian. I know 3 languages, but they could have cast other people that were better with, Georgian. But they still cast me. So I took that as a sign. Like, wait, hold on. My Georgian is not perfect. And you really need to have, like, a good vocabulary. You need to sound right. But they still cast me, which is,
Even though you didn't really speak the language.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a manifestation because, or like maybe like a reassurance that
it's a sign.
Yeah,
you're on the right path.
I'm on the right path.
Right.
Because they could have cast literally anyone else.
But they wanted you, and that's what the universe wanted to reassure you as well.
And that is, Georgia has like 5 million people or something. It's a small country. And that short film got over 1 million views on YouTube. So just to put into context how many people that is.
1/5 of the population of Georgia has seen it.
That is a lot of people.
Wait, can we do more context? You have almost the population of Georgia following you over
I guess.
all your platforms. I guess statistically, true Lulu. True Lulu. So you're in Georgia. You are there for the pandemic. You're creating content. Now, at what point are you saying, okay, it's time for me to go to LA again?
Well, when things calm down, I guess.
Yeah.
I was not going to be trapped in Georgia forever. There's no future for me there, unfortunately.
Oh
with
my God,
career.
that's so bleak. Yes.
You really, and nepotism is anywhere. Like, whatever film industry is in Georgia, it's all nepotism too.
Okay.
Like, if you're some Georgian model's daughter, you're gonna be in a show. Doesn't matter if you're talented. Doesn't matter. And I get it. If I had, if I was at that level and I had children or whatever, I'd be like, listen, you're putting my child in this. I don't care.
100%.
So it's not like I'm gonna be mad at nepotism. Like, of course, you would do it too.
Absolutely.
If you were like a celebrity mama.
Our children are going to be Nepo babies.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because why walk to not have your child run?
Right.
The path,
Yes.
You're supposed to make. Well, anyways, what was the question?
So you're making content in Georgia. You know that you're not going to be able to do much with acting and your creative passions. So then you always knew that you were going to come back to LA. So what was the turning point that was like, okay, now's the time for me to get back to LA? Because you were in LA before I was. So I moved to LA in 2023. You already been in LA.
I guess when it felt like it was feeling safe to resume my studies and just continue life.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was the right move for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, the entire entertainment industry is here, and that's exactly why I moved to LA. So like, while I don't necessarily like want to pursue acting the way that you are pursuing acting, I love the entertainment industry and I want to be around everything in the entertainment industry. So when I left New York and came here, yeah, I felt like it was also the right thing to do.
Shortly after, the writer's strike and all the other strikes happened. And I know that the influencer world is not the same as Hollywood, of course,
Right.
but it's still connected when it comes to money.
Definitely.
And money flow. So it's like, okay, when is it going to be my time? First COVID, then the strikes, then this.
Wait,
then
how are you
that.
navigating that? Because then I'm sure you're feeling like really discouraged, especially if it's exactly what you're saying. And you were building such a big following at the time though. So like, did it feel confusing or like kind of frustrating where it's like, I have all these followers, my videos consistently blow up, massive views, millions and millions of views, thousands of comments. And then you feel like maybe the world around you isn't necessarily giving you what you want yet.
Yeah, it felt like, honestly, it didn't feel like people cared. Like, I got like a good amount of engagement and everything, but I feel like I struggled with like actually meeting people and like connections and everything and the money aspect of it. So yeah.
I felt that way for a long time too. Like I would always think about my content and me and I'm just like, I feel like people like my content, but I never know if people actually like me or they fuck with me or whatever. And I am always pleasantly surprised whenever people do let me know that they care or anything like that. And I think as creators, it's so easy to have imposter syndrome.
Oh my gosh, totally.
100%. Yeah. And I think when you have imposter syndrome as a creator, how do you navigate that? It's a lot of reassurance. And that's why I do the affirmations. Because like, fun fact, Lulu, the affirmations I do are just based on what I need to hear. That's why I make them. It's like, what do I need to hear? What do I need to be reassured by? And then I film it for y'all as well.
And you don't just say it; you have to like feel it as well.
You have to fully believe it.
That's how affirmations really work.
Yeah.
You can't just say, "Oh, I'm a billionaire." No, like feel what
Feel rich.
luxury feels
Absolutely.
like. You know, when's the last time you felt luxurious and like you just felt good? You
And sit
know.
in that feeling and emulate it, and that's how you manifest. Like even you saying it, I'm feeling it right now. I'm like, yes, we are millionaires. We're billionaires.
Like anytime I would go into a designer store,
Yes.
even if I had no business going in, 'cause,
Right.
like what money,
But you be going to the designer
I would
stores.
still like embrace the feeling. And it's not like I care about. Well, I do care, I guess. I mean, I love clothes. I do
You're
love
allowed
clothes,
to care.
but they're not like part of my morals. They're not my my core morals and all.
Absolutely.
But I do like clothes and like all that luxurious stuff. But basically, I would go into like designer stores and I would embrace the feeling of like, you know what? Yeah, I do belong here, and like walking with conviction, not like in a
Yeah.
annoying, obnoxious way, but
No,
like yeah,
but
I
you
have
belong
every
there.
right to be here, and I'm breathing in this air of, I guess, things that are made in China. I don't know.
Apparently. Well, honestly,
Am I
that's
gonna do anything? Am I gonna stop buying it? No. Maybe.
well, and you can buy it because you're a millionaire.
No. Oh yeah,
Exactly.
the manifesting.
Yes.
Billionaire. What millionaire?
Billionaire.
Ew, peasant. You want me to be
Absolutely. Nick, I would never ask you. You are my prince. You are my prince.
I want to be a billionaire. So freaking bad.
So
It's a song.
fucking bad. Absolutely. Well, you know what? I was just in Louis Vuitton with my friend Kimberly the other day, and she was buying a bag, and I was with her, and I literally, it was exactly that. I was like, okay, I belong here, and I was like, I feel like as long as I'm in the vibe and the mood and the aesthetic of being someone who shops luxury, you know what I mean? And again, like you said, I completely agree with you. It's not definitive of you know your values or anything, but it's nice.
It's nice.
I like me a
It
little.
is
I like me a little
nice.
bag. I like me a little designer for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, Nick, I wanted to talk a little bit about you as Zodiac Boyfriend. So, Zodiac Boyfriend, you are every zodiac sign, but what is actually your placements? What are your big three?
I'm an Aquarius sun,
So Aquarius.
an Aries moon, and
Very
a Virgo
Aries moon.
rising.
That is so you. Do you feel like you're exactly all those?
I do feel like I'm exactly all those.
You
know
are.
what's so funny?
Yeah.
When people hate a certain sign, they then find out that they have that as their rising or their moon.
Interesting.
For some reason, when I love Virgos right now, now that I've
Yes.
embraced the Virgo in me as a Virgo rising, but I used to hate Virgos. Like,
Wait.
they were so bratty and so critical and so like.
So bratty and critical.
They always ask so many questions.
So many
too.
questions.
Also, I ask a lot of questions too. A lot of like common sense questions, but I just want
Yes.
to make sure.
No,
because I
me
don't like
too.
assuming. I like having all the facts.
No, I'm the exact same way. Honestly, for me, I would say I'm pretty bratty. I'm pretty critical. I'm pretty asking a lot of questions. I'm a Virgo, so not me catching a stray with you right now. But yeah, no, I
Well, I'm a
completely get
Virgo
it.
rising, so it's like a mirror situation. I'm projecting.
You know what? I think the zodiac signs that get the most hate are Scorpios, Virgos, and Geminis. And personally, I
I see a
don't
lot of
like
Pisces
Geminis.
men hate.
I love Pisces. They're
I
one of my
love
favorite
Pisces
signs.
too, but I feel like the most hate I see is towards Pisces.
Really?
But like Pisces men specifically.
Okay, well,
I feel like
all men in
Geminis-
general.
I feel like the
think.
Geminis are healing. Like I don't see as much hate towards Geminis anymore, and I love that because I love Geminis.
Well, what is a walking red flag when it comes to like zodiacs for you? I know that you are not trying to have any zodiac hate. My walking red flag are Gemini men. I do really hate Gemini men notoriously, but
My walking red flags are 8th house industry, 12th house industry. If
I'm not even gonna pretend to know
if
what
your,
that means.
if your moon is my Mars, not a fan.
Interesting. Mr. Zodiac Boyfriend, you know what, Nick? We are going in this direction where we talked about this before the show started, but you want to shift away from the astrology content. You want to do more content based on you. You want to do more content based on acting. Can we talk about you pretty much breaking up with us, Zodiac Boyfriend?
Sorry.
It's okay. Favorite ex.
Yeah, that you keep, a friendship with. But I feel like I've done everything I could. I can't really think of
Really?
anything new that I want to do in the astrology world. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. If I think of like a fun skit, I'll still do it and post it here and there. But how much more of like trends can I follow and like, just do the signs and stuff? I'm tired. Other people can do it. You can look at them.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
That's so crazy because it's like what you've been doing for the past 5 years. Like, obviously, as you transition and you make new content, people are going to love it. They love you and they follow you for you. But that's like, do you get scared thinking about that?
For sure, because that's what I'm known for. So, and also that's, the algorithm. Just because, like, let's say a creator has like 10 million followers.
Claiming.
they post something that is out of their niche, and everyone has a niche or a few niches. That post is not going to be like get that much engagement because, you know, the algorithm,
Of course.
you
Right.
know. So of course it bothered me at first when I first started transitioning into non-astrology content, and like, you know, this is me. I'm like, hold on, does no one care? No, it's not about that. It's about
You
the
can't take
algorithm.
it personally. And I honestly, it feels like, honestly, I take everything personally too, where it's exactly that. If you don't post what you're expected to post, like the algo's not going to reward you.
Right. And also I'm shifting my mentality from posting for others and posting for myself.
I love that.
Like, I want to post things that I'm proud to have on, things that I'm happy with, you know, things I want to share.
That's exactly how I feel too. Honestly, I've adapted my content so much in the past 5 years. I started with manifestation, then I did tarot, then I did astrology, and then I did manifestation again. And right now I'm like in this affirmation space, and I'm probably going to be shifting it again. And I feel like just with an online career and having, you know, a platform, you do just have to adapt. So it's really, really brave of you. I know that's crazy to say, to shift
So
it.
brave. Well,
It's
there's,
very
like,
brave.
People dying.
Well, not on Delulu.
No, people are alive. Oh yeah, everyone's alive and well and healthy. 'Cause,
Everyone's
like,
very, very doing great here on Delulu, but that is genuinely brave of you.
honestly, you know, that's another thing as well. Whenever, like, sometimes I run into people and the reactions I get from them
Yeah.
is so lovely
Yeah.
and so warm and so friendly and so sometimes it feels like I changed the world for them, but I'm like, hold on, like that's
Well,
the energy they
give
come
yourself
to
more
me
credit,
with, and
like-
I'm like, hold on, I make stupid little fun skits online.
Nick.
I'm not saving anyone's life. I'm happy to give you a laugh, I'm happy to give you a chuckle, but I'm not saving anyone's life, and nobody on social media is saving anyone's life. I'm sorry if anyone thinks otherwise, but like, we're not doctors, we're not brain surgeons,
Well,
we're
speak
not
for yourself.
right. Oh, is that what you want to manifest?
Oh yeah, Dr. Ryan Liu, yeah, DDS. Wait, is that dentistry?
Wait, why is that like hot?
PhD. Dr. Ryan
Liu will
Liu.
see you now.
Oh, kind of sexy, a little mysterious.
Oh, yeah.
Step into the office.
Dr. Ryan Liu.
Well, honestly, you need to give yourself more credit, because even though it could feel frivolous or silly and like lighthearted content, like you don't know who needs it in that moment. Maybe someone just needs to laugh. Maybe someone
right.
just needed to feel better in the moment. Maybe someone needed to be distracted.
You're right.
That's what you're doing.
I get a lot of messages like, you know, I was in a really bad time. I was in, you know, having an
Like,
awful day.
Remember
but
when I
then-
got mauled by a dog? You genuinely made me feel better.
Aw.
Like I was recovering. I couldn't even speak.
Thank you. I guess I'm the type of person that like really sucks at complimenting myself, or like I really like
I get
undermine
it.
myself a lot, you know, or
Yeah.
shrink myself, which is something you know, I should train myself to not do, because that's just not good for you and gets in the way of your manifestations. You know, take up
100%.
space, own yourself, you know, be confident.
Give yourself more credit. Absolutely. Start
So-
right now. I want you to say some good things about yourself right now. Go.
I'm one of a kind.
Yes, you
There's
are.
no one else like me.
No
but
one
the
else.
thing is, I'm not saying that like
Not the but.
I'm better than anyone. I believe that everyone is one of a kind, and I believe that everyone, like, there's nobody else like you, and that's your superpower. That is like truly what I believe in.
This
so
became a PBS special.
it's just most people, you know, they take time figuring that out and like navigating
Yeah.
the journey of
It's
the
as a Virgo,
self.
it's hard for me too to like really praise myself. I'm very self-critical.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, and you know, as a Virgo rising, you get
Oh my
that.
gosh, totally. Some of the things I like, you know, if I, hey Ryan, do you, like, does this like spot here look hideous? You'll be
Oh
like,
my
what are
God.
you talking about?
That's exact.
Right, like only you see these awful things, which are like non-existent, literally,
Yeah.
about yourself, and then you like dig in deeper and deeper. People need to stop doing that. It does nobody.
You know what?
any-
And we're like the worst. Right before this, we shot the photo booth pictures for the announcement of Nick being a guest, and we spent way too long in the photo booth trying to get the pictures right, just because we're so nitpicky.
it was honestly a good 25 minutes.
It was so much more time
and
than
I know
it
that
should have
sounds
been.
like not much, but like, you know, we're on, you know, a time thing, and
We are, and we also were completely dedicating to getting the right pictures, which
Right.
we do have. So
yes, we do.
it was a process, yes. And you know what? I feel like I always say this, and I hate saying this about myself, but I actually do feel like I'm so difficult. I just know what I want, and I'm very like meticulous, and I'm very organized, and I'm very like, what's the word? Precious about like how I want everything to be done. And I feel like it could be hard, and I hate feeling that way. You know what I mean? Which is why I like really appreciate everyone I work with, you know, like Brett, and then my manager and the entire team, just because like I feel like I'm so nitpicky about everything.
I guess to anyone that has Virgo in them, and I'm talking like big Virgo placements,
Right.
rising sun, moon, etc., Venus. Main advice for us is there's perfection in imperfection because
Ooh.
perfection doesn't exist.
That made me uncomfortable.
Right, right.
I love perfection.
But
I always
it's the
strive for
raw
perfection.
human factor of life, which is so beautiful. And
Yeah.
perfection is gonna get in the way of it. Perfection is gonna like make you a robot. And like I'm victim to that. I'm definitely fallen victim to
I'm like
that as
soaking
well.
this in. Like I need to hear this genuinely. Yeah, everything needs to be perfect for me, which is a curse.
Like I didn't recite anything today because I wanted it to be natural and
Absolutely.
raw and human. I don't
I
want to
have like a shit ton of cards.
well, you're the host. You have to kind of.
Thank you.
But
Yeah, gotta keep it flowing. But also, honestly, even if I wasn't, I bet I'd be on that side with my cards.
Right,
too.
right.
Yeah.
Don't get this on camera. Hold on. Look at.
Absolutely. Get it? Like, make sure it's just me saying it naturally off the dome. But no, I'm so rehearsed. Like, I have to be, you know?
You know what? Whatever works for you. Everyone is different, you know? So to me, for me, what works the best for me is being a human. As much as I hate that sometimes. Like, ew, a human? Ugh. But
I
that's
know.
the truth.
Not me. Not me, y'all.
Nope.
Well, Nick, so when you're in auditions, right, you obviously have a massive platform, and this is actually something I really want to talk about with you. Do you feel like being Zodiac Boyfriend, having this following, being known for your astrology content, going to these auditions, being in front of casting directors, do you think that it inhibits you? Do you think it hinders you? Do you think it helps you when you're auditioning?
For a while, when I first started growing on social media and I moved to LA, I would hide myself all the time. I don't know why. Even the thought of like crossing the street and like cars looking at me, the thought of like someone potentially recognizing me like freaked me out for some reason. And I was so happy that everyone was walking around with masks because I never took that mask off. I always wore hoodies and everything, but not because like I thought I was like some undercover celebrity. Definitely not. I just want to clarify. I just had so much anxiety for some reason.
Wait, where did that come from?
I don't know. Or you know when like you notice someone looking at you, but it's a very specific like, oh, I recognize you type of look. I'm like, I hate it.
Really?
Not anymore. I love it now so much. I've like stopped hiding. I don't do that.
I love it.
Yeah,
like
me
guys,
too.
if you see me, please say hi. I
Me
love it so
too.
much.
But I guess to my point is I would never go to even auditions or castings or anything or any
Really?
events or even any
you were worried they
friends.
would like recognize you and they would like.
Not necessarily. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, how are you now then?
Well, now I don't have time to waste. I don't have the care in the world about what other people think. And it's
You gotta walk in and say, iCarly casting directors, I'm available. I am Nick Grigolia and I'm available.
I literally walk the streets of WeHo to the gym.
Yeah.
It's like a 40-minute walk because I like walking. Why do the treadmill inside when I can just walk to the gym and enjoy the sun?
You are so much better than me. You know what's funny? Oh my God, I tell this to my friend all the time. I'm like, you know how I know it's a sunny day? Nick will post on his Instagram stories.
Yes.
That's a sunny day in LA.
Pretty much.
And it was sunny yesterday and I didn't see a post from you.
Yeah, I guess I'm a liar. Oops.
Oh no, taking it back to the
But that's
playground
another
days.
thing. That's another thing.
Yeah.
If you're a creator, and I don't see you doing this either,
Ooh.
we need to be
Call me
posting
out.
stories every single day.
I know,
as a
I don't
creator.
post.
Every single day. I'm like, but who's gonna care about my coffee?
That's what I say. That's the exact thing I say too. I literally tell my manager that all the time. I'm just like, who cares about my coffee? And they're like, post the coffee.
It's not about people caring about the coffee per se. It's more about like, what are you up to? People follow you for you. People follow you because they want to know more about you. So like, okay, don't like take a picture of a coffee and post that boring little thing. But like, I don't know, maybe a cute little walking, sipping situation.
Well, I
or-
love your stories. You really take us with you. And if you guys don't already follow Nick on Instagram at ZodiacBoyfriend, like I love your stories. You are the celebrity that you think you're not. Like you truly are. You have that star power too.
I don't know if I'll ever consider myself a celebrity, even when I am.
Own it, claim
I don't know.
it.
Even when I am, I don't think I'll ever.
Even though you are.
I just think that's such a weird way of thinking. Like, yeah, I'm a celebrity. Do you know what? Like, for manifestation purposes, obviously, like, I'm a celebrity, but like,
Claiming.
it's such a weird way of thinking, in my opinion. Like, people that are like, oh yeah, I mean, I have like this many followers, of course.
Well, how do you get
know?
yourself in the Delulu state of mind to manifest? Because you are such a powerful manifester, going from Georgia and then creating content, blowing up on social media and living in LA and like working on the projects that you're working on, which we'll get into, you are a powerful manifester. How do you personally manifest?
I think I romanticize life.
Beautiful.
The other
yeah.
day I was driving and
You
I
give
was
such
like,
Libra energy.
really?
You do.
Aw. Well, the other day I was in my car driving and I was looking at all the billboards and I was just imagining myself on the
I do that all the
billboard.
time.
I imagined myself in like there was a Sinners
Yeah.
poster somewhere and it had all the cast. I was like, okay, I'm a little face over there out of like 10 people. And then like other billboards are just me, you know? So I like imagine all these different scenarios.
I do that too.
Or even if I'm not in the picture, like Nick Grigolia, you know, part of the
Yes.
cast, you know? So, you know, I just romanticize life.
Well, Nick, you have no idea how excited I am to have you on here because when
And
you
I'm so
are
excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
you're a fucking superstar. You're a celebrity. I don't care if you don't believe it. I don't care if you're
Mirror,
Delulu about it.
mirror.
Stop. Thank you. We'll claim. But no, exactly that.
Claim
Because
as
when
well.
when you're in big ass movies, when you're doing your TV shows, when you're on your sitcoms, when you're doing whatever acting projects that your heart desires, that you're aligned with, I'm gonna be like, he was on my fucking show.
Well, we're friends. Like we're gonna be with each other, celebrating each other's wins.
Oh my
you
god,
know?
I love that you said that.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Oh my gosh. We're not gonna be like, oh yeah, that's my friend. We're gonna literally be right by one another supporting.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Well, I'm so excited to support you and celebrate you. You have
Me
so much
too.
coming up. Well, do you want to talk about any projects that you're working on? Anything you could tease for the bestie Lulus?
Well, right now I'm working on a pilot.
Okay. Wait,
Um,
what's this? I don't even know about this.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the plan is.
Okay.
It's like an indie pilot.
Uh-huh.
It is a satire about influencers in fashion in LA.
Oh.
But also done in such a beautiful, like editorial fashion type of way. But it
That's
also
so perfect for you.
it also makes fun of, you know, influencers and
Mm-hmm.
fashion people. There's a lot to make fun of course, but in a very
It's a satire.
But there's also a big heart in the story.
Okay.
And
Wait, I wanna
that's-
see
that's what I'm
this.
working on.
Do you have any information on like when it's gonna be available or like
I
when we
don't
can...
know.
No?
No.
I know you've been working on it. I've been seeing you posting behind the scenes
Mhm,
on your Instagram stories at Zodiac Boyfriend, and it looks shot so beautifully. It's giving euphoria.
Yeah, even I'm surprised. Like I didn't expect to be that good. Like when I went to the audition, and this is my first audition that I've gone to here in America. The very first audition I've ever gone to.
Yes.
I get a call, you know, 2 weeks later after the audition, telling me I beat out 487 something other people for that
I'm
particular
not even
role,
surprised. I'm
and I
genuinely
got
not.
the role.
Of course you would.
But
Of course you would.
it was 2 weeks of silence. So I was like, yeah, I definitely didn't get it, you know? But at the same time, I
Really?
felt contempt at the same time. I didn't
Yeah.
feel like desperate or like, you know, when you're like really like searching and like,
you know why?
where-
It's because you let go.
Yeah.
And when you let go and you release the control of it, that's when the manifestation happens too.
You're
and like,
so right.
look at that. Like almost 1,000 people you beat out for this role. And of course, and it was your first audition in LA.
Yeah.
Nick.
I was always telling myself, like, why am I not getting anything? Why am I not, you
No.
know, in things? But the thing is, I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't going to any audition.
Yeah, you got to take aligned action.
mhm.
Absolutely.
So this was a nice reassurance for me because it tells me I'm on the right track. You
You
know,
are, you're doing the right thing. And it's so
yeah.
exciting being on a set. And like,
Mhm.
I love that. Like that's my one of my favorite things about doing this show is I also love being on a set. I love being in front of cameras. I love being in front of lights. So like it's something that I'm using to manifest too. Because of course, eventually I'd like Delulu to be, you know, the late night Delulu.
The new Jimmy Fallon show.
100%. And we're manifesting that too. But that's why it's like you
Let's
have
make
to
111 with their fingers.
Let's do it. Wait, I don't
Just put it next to me. We
like an
obviously-
11-11?
11-11.
make a wish, y'all. If you're
11-11.
watching on the video version of the podcast, we are doing an 11-11 with our fingers.
And
Make
even
a
if
wish
you're
right
not
now.
watching it on the video version, just imagine 11-11 because it's happening.
And make your wish. Exactly. And I'm claiming that wish for you too.
Me too.
Well, I'm so excited for this pilot, and whenever it's ready, we'll get all the updates from following you at Zodiac Boyfriend. But Nick, serious question, ready?
Yes.
Is this the end of Zodiac Boyfriend?
No,
okay.
no, it's not the end of Zodiac. I mean, I do want to change my name into Nick Grigolia and not Zodiac Boyfriend, but I mean, it's not the end. It's just an evolution.
Oh,
You
it's
know?
a new chapter.
Yeah, like
You're growing.
I love astrology. I do. I'm out astrologied online.
Me
I'll
too.
still do things if I get like an actual passionate spark. Like, oh, I want to do like some
You gotta
astro
honor that.
content. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna offer it, and I'm gonna show it. But for the past like
I've been loving
for-
all your new content.
Thank you.
It's so
Thank
fun and cute.
you.
And by the way, it's performing exceptionally well.
You think? I mean, it's
Not
not
I
like
think,
getting
I know.
200,000 likes and 7 million views.
Well, we can't compare
like
that.
I'm used to, but oh well.
That's crazy. You know what? I actually don't look at any of my numbers.
Good.
Period.
And you shouldn't.
I haven't in years.
I stopped caring recently now as well. Now that
Yeah.
I fully embrace that, you know what? I'm not going to evolve in life if I don't evolve my content.
Interesting. Yeah, that's true.
I stopped caring about the views and likes because obviously I'm not getting as much engagement as I did on my astrology content because that's what I'm known for.
Right.
But I'm doing something more meaningful, which is like, this is me. You
know what? The more people who see you, they're going to like it anyways. They're going to appreciate it. Like, I genuinely love the new content. I think it's really cute. I think it's exactly you.
Aw.
And it's like where you want to take yourself and your acting. And like, again, this is not the end of Zodiac Boyfriend, but this is the beginning of Nick Grigolia. And we're
Yeah.
so excited for this
Aw.
chapter and this
Thank you.
evolution.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Well,
Thank
you are our favorite Zodiac ex-boyfriend.
I'm
and
the
you will
healthy
always
type
will
of
be.
ex too.
You are. We
Yeah.
have a good friendship. We
Yeah.
root for each other. Oh, I love it. So do you feel like when it comes to your acting projects and the things that you want to do, well, I want to ask you, what roles do you want to take? And then also, like, is it truly like about creating the art?
It really is.
Yeah.
You know, like let's talk about fame, for example.
Yeah.
It's not something I ever cared about. I know everyone says that at the same also, but like, I don't know, what do you do with fame? Like, I am such a homebody. I like being
too.
at home. I don't like being perceived. So like, why would I be after fame? Like, whenever people ask me like, what have you been up to? I'm like, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's how vague I am.
You're so vague, Nick. You're notoriously vague. Oh my gosh. When I was researching for this episode, I was like, why is there nothing about Nick? If I didn't personally know you.
Right.
Because we were writing the episode, my co-writer and I was like, if I didn't personally know Nick, because he was asking questions about you, like he was like, we can't find anything. I was like, we can't. Because
I just don't like people in my business. It feels weird. But
you know what's funny? Because then you'll post on your Instagram story and you'll do a Q&A, and then it'll be like, what's your perfect day? And you'll word vomit all of it.
Right.
And you guys gotta follow for the Q&As.
There's a whole person behind. Well, yeah. But what
You're
was the
more
question?
than just being the Zodiac Boyfriend character, of course.
What roles I wanna?
Yeah, what are your dream roles? What kind of projects do you want to be a part of? We're manifesting it right now. The universe is listening, so whatever you want.
Anything that has to do with real life and
Yeah.
like the hardships of life.
Interesting.
Like, I like anything that is very raw and honest and
Yeah.
tells a real story, but also something that is very important and impactful to tell. Something that will make people feel I'm not alone, because that is what I appreciated watching when
Yeah.
growing up. Like, wow, I'm not alone. This is not a just Nick struggle. This is now being shown on TV or a movie, and I
Yeah.
feel connected to this character. I feel connected to this movie.
And you're connecting with the audience.
So I want to tell stories that are impactful, stories that like help people, stories that heal. Life is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable, and it comes in phases too. Discomfort. It's never gonna go away. But so happiness either. Like, life is happy, beautiful, amazing, but it also sucks.
It can. It
You
can
know?
definitely suck. And then finding those pockets of like being able to relate. And I think for me, my sole intention when it began creating was to connect genuinely. And exactly what you said, like being able to give someone comfort, being able to have someone be able to say that they relate to you or what you're creating. I know same for me. Like when we're on the iCarly revival, the next generation of creators who see us, they're definitely gonna feel a type of way. But I completely get that. And I think that's so like beautiful. And it really comes down to connection. And I love that you said that. Well, you know what? We talked a lot about your acting. I have a little acting exercise for you if you're down.
Okay.
So here at Delulu, we are introducing a new segment. This is Delulu Daily. This is in the DCU, Delulu Cinematic Universe, the tabloid, the TMZ, the press, if you will.
Oh, the
And
drama.
we got a little article sent in by the Delulu PR team earlier today about a rumor about us. And I would love for you to read it and we could react to it.
Are you getting canceled?
I hope not. I have not. I don't even know.
Wait, no, we don't want that energy.
We're not. No, we're rebuking that for sure. But
That's not a good one.
here is the article. Can you read it for us? And then let's see. We're going to clear up any rumors right here on Delulu. I'm like really nervous. Like,
Have you read this?
no.
Oh my
My
gosh.
co-writer wrote it. I mean, actually, it came straight from the Delulu Daily exclusive, hot off the press.
Delulu Daily exclusive. Astrology stars Ryan Liu and Nick Grigolia caught in
Claim.
awkward love triangle.
Oh, rebuke. Oh no.
Astrology influencers Ryan Liu and Nick Grigolia are reportedly in the middle of a messy little feud.
Ooh.
All over a Gemini.
Oh, okay, immediately wrong. What did
Sources
Gemini?
say Nick has been crushing on a certain Gemini for months,
Oh.
only for Ryan to be spotted out. Ryan,
What'd I do?
is this how I'm fine?
What? What? Tell
You
me.
were spotted out and about with them recently, sparking some serious side eye from Nick's camp.
That was not me. I'll tell you right now, I'm not playing with no Geminis. Oh.
Things got tense after a group hangout where Ryan showed up with a Gemini,
Oh.
leaving Nick reportedly feeling caught off guard and a little salty. I thought we were friends.
I'm so sorry.
This is how I find out about it.
You know what?
You invite me on here to embarrass me? I don't think this is funny.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. I really like him.
I'm done.
Oh. Wait, that was so fucking good.
Neither Ryan nor
Oh,
Nick
it's still going.
has commented on the situation, but their followers have already started dissecting every story and post for hints. With both stars known for keeping things light, won't be so light anymore after this.
This is why you didn't post about the sunny day in LA yesterday.
Because you ruined it.
I'm
You
so-
spat on the sun and you were like, Nick, I'm not going to let you enjoy your day.
Holy shit, Nick.
Insiders say this might just be a Mercury retrograde moment
It's
or
not
the
Mercury
start of some
retrograde.
juicy content drama. Either way, fans are watching closely.
Oh, well.
I'm shocked.
Well, I wanted to have you on the show to confess that to you, actually. And I wanted to apologize for stealing your Gemini man, your Gemini person. And I
To
hope you-
both. No, I'm kidding.
Well, okay, can we clear up the rumors right here in
Let's
Delulu?
clear it up. It says here that I've been
Yes.
crushing on a certain Gemini for months. I don't do the crushing. The crushing is done towards me.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it's
I'm
true.
I never like initiate anything. I never feel interest towards anyone. I'm like such a demi. Or which one is the mind sexual? Is it
Demi, right?
I'm so
Demi.
Demi.
Jodie saying yes.
I
Demisexual.
really need like a mental connection. Of course, every other connection too, physical, emotional, psychological. But like, I
Right.
really need to have like a good mind connection for.
You're like, I need to be actually attracted to you in every other possible way, but mainly
yes, like,
mine.
like, of course, there's so many beautiful people, and I can see that. But I never look at anyone and think like, oh yeah, I want to be with that person. You know?
Oh
Like,
my
I don't
gosh.
care. There's so many
I get
beautiful
such
people.
big crushy washies, y'all. Definitely not on Gemini. So let's clear that up. Delulu Daily, you got that wrong. Would not playing with a Gemini.
Now, what Gemini hurt you?
Oh, many Geminis have hurt me, actually. And they're not watching the show. Should I name them? Geminis have hurt me. Yes, I'm not a fan of Gemini men.
Mm-hmm.
No further comment. Jodie agrees.
I haven't had like relationship experiences with Geminis, but I love Gemini energy personally.
I like Geminis in general.
Yeah,
I love
I love
Geminis.
Gemini moons. I love Gemini. I just like Gemini anything. Gemini risings. I just laugh a lot with them.
They're fun.
I feel like crackheads with them. I like people that bring out the crackhead energy out of
Okay,
me.
yeah.
So yeah.
Sounds like you were crushing on this Gemini.
Do you want me to walk off?
Walk off. Get off my set. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're gonna work it out on the remix.
Thank you. I had a lovely time.
That is so shady, boss. Well, okay, Nick, that was all rumors and tabloids, and I'm so sorry about that. Of course, I would never fraternize with your Gemini, whoever person that is.
I have a Capricorn.
You have a Capricorn?
Yeah,
Oh, I love Capricorns.
my favorite sign. Do I have permission to?
We're rebuking that. That looked like a good shot. Well, okay, Nick. So moving forward from those nasty rumors, I want to talk about your manifestation journey. I know that you mentioned that you're not necessarily trying to quote unquote lie, or you try to be rational. You're a very rational person. And obviously here in Delulu, we really dive into being Delulu. So when you think about your journey in general, can you talk about how you manifested where you are now? Like any instances, any stories, anything that you might have been able to really speak into existence for yourself?
Honestly, ever since I was like a tiny kid, like I
Yeah.
said, I never had this one certain moment where I was like, I want to be an actor. I would always imagine myself in music videos and like TV shows and movies. Anytime I would watch a movie, I would always think, and I'm like 4 even at this time, like, oh, I could be in there. Like, what 4-year-old thinks I can be on that show?
I did, yeah.
Right? You know? So I didn't like intentionally think these things. That's just like how it was, I guess. And it's like, if other people can do it, why can't I? It's not that hard.
Absolutely.
Anything is possible. Like people like say being an actor is like a dream. Girl, please. Not to me. No one. But
It's
in
your
general,
reality. It's your true Lulu.
it's my true Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
What's the question?
So yeah, your manifestation journey with that. So you would envision yourself in these music videos, in these TV shows, and it was never crazy for you. You were just like, well, I could do that, right? And that's how you're manifesting it, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And that's a really powerful way to manifest. Is exactly how I manifest too. It's being able to like believe that I am exactly doing what I want to do, envisioning it for myself too.
You really have to believe it though. Like when I would do it when I was younger, of course it would be unintentional because what 4-year-old is aware of what they're doing, or even anyone is in their teens kinda. But you know, you really have to believe in it. Whatever you're saying, whatever you're thinking, you have to believe in it. What does it feel like? If you want to manifest money, what does money feel like? Money feels like freedom. Money is not like, you know, coins and all of that. Like, yes, it is obviously, but what feeling does money bring? Freedom.
And living in that Delulu.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So like last time you were on vacation and you had like a pina colada or whatever you have at the beach, remember that feeling. That's such a beautiful, luxurious, freeing feeling. Embrace that feeling when you're manifesting. Just be it.
That's exactly how I manifest too. It's like being in the moment and being like, okay, when was the last time I felt excited about things, and like taking that excitement and applying it to what you're trying to manifest and then having it manifest.
And also, you have to be making the journey fun. Like, this
Yeah.
is something I'm teaching myself now. If I'm not having fun, there's no point. Because why should I be on this journey of life miserable, waiting to like reach a certain point? Like, this is
Yeah.
the line. I'm going to make the whole journey fun. I'm going to give myself many points until the point. And even when I reach that point, I'm going to make another line for more points.
Yes.
So always make the journey fun.
Absolutely. And like life should be fun. I always say this about manifestation. Manifestation should be easy. Manifestation should be fun. Manifestation should be something that you could do without having to put a lot of effort into it. And if we're not having fun, I honestly have this rule for myself. I will never do anything I don't want to do ever again for the rest of my life, genuinely. And that's what the freedom I have with this career is. Like, I can do whatever I want. Essentially, if it's something I don't want to do, I'm just not going to do it.
Period.
Just
You're
done.
you're your own boss.
Absolutely. And like, I feel like I manifested that too. Well, honestly, with how you've manifested everything up to where you are right now, we're manifesting next a good agent for you.
Yes. Hi, are you my future agent? But like specifically a really badass agent that like really believes in me and like has really good connections, and like we're gonna make the teamwork,
We're gonna
dreamwork,
get,
whatever
we're gonna get the
quote
roles.
is.
We're gonna get everything.
Cause like I'm looking at you right now.
And you know what? Just to give a little testimony here, Nick is very easy and lovely to work with. Very flexible, very easy. Was on time. Was early, actually.
You were so surprised when I showed up to your party early. The thing is,
Yes.
I showed up on time. Actually, I think I showed up like 20 minutes late because like that's my version of being like fashionably
No, you were
late.
early. You were
Was
early.
I really?
You were early. And actually, I was telling the team before you got here, I was like, he's gonna be on time because every time we've ever done anything, you are actually early or you are on time. And I was like, he's not gonna be late for this either. Like, and you weren't. You were early. You were 10 minutes early, which we appreciate. All right, you know what I think we should manifest together right now?
What?
Let's claim this. We're gonna say it together. Ready? I'll say it and you can repeat me.
Okay.
I am booked and busy.
I am booked and busy.
Period. And that's exactly the energy I
Period.
want for the rest of this year and moving into next year.
And every other year.
Forever. Please.
Actually, no. At some point, I want to be relaxing and vacationing for my
Really?
whole life.
I feel like I wouldn't like that. I love working. It's interesting to say, guys, work for me is this. This is work for me. Like, it's creating, it's being proud of something. It's like having a product is what I feel like is work. So I love what I do so much.
Let me rephrase that then.
Yeah.
Because I do as well.
Yeah.
I want to be at a level where I can be anywhere I want to be. I can be on the beach sipping on my whatever drink I want to be drinking
Whatever
that
bevy
day.
of the day is.
I do not have a favorite drink. on the beach and then getting calls and texts from my agent, manager telling me, hey, you need to fly to Milan for this in like a month.
That sounds nice.
That's the level I want to be at.
Okay,
to be
love
able to
it.
do whatever I want. The freedom. I want the freedom to be wherever I want, whenever I want. Of course,
I
booked
love
and
that.
busy as well. So
Do you feel like that's a Delulu thing to aspire towards?
no, honestly,
No,
no.
it's
I don't
realistic,
know.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You're
for
gonna see.
I've always had this feeling in me that I'm gonna go very far in life.
You are.
And I just genuinely believe in it.
I believe in that too, actually. That's what I always felt about myself. Like, I always felt like I was born for more. It's going to sound so pretentious, but like, I always felt like I was
But
born
it's
for
not.
more. And I always felt like I could do more and I could, you know, I don't want to say change the world, but like, I want to impact. I want to be a part of things.
Change
that
the
are
world
bigger.
in a different way. That's not like a doctor saving a life, of course.
Right,
But you know
exactly.
what? I take that back. Maybe you are saving a life.
Aw.
Someone from depression.
Aw.
You know, someone that's depressed in bed and has no will to continue life. Like, you really put a new perspective in me. Like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna continue saying things like, "Oh, I don't save lives." I don't. That's so dramatic to say. Like, I would never say anything like that. But you're right. There's a lot of people that you're really uplifting and pulling out of depression and giving them
And
a
that's
reason
what you're
to
doing
smile.
too. You
So,
gave me a reason to attempt to smile when I was healing from the dog mauling incident. But like, you need to give yourself more credit. I'm
That's-
happy that you're adjusting to
That's
that.
the most beautiful thing about being, you know, a creative person of whatever capacity.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do is bring feeling out of you.
Yes, exactly. I completely agree with that. And I think that's the most rewarding thing for me too, is like knowing, connecting, and making a difference, hopefully, in someone's life. Like, honestly, I always say this, it's just like, even if like one person gets something out of something I did, like that's genuinely really good enough for me. Of course, I would love for the masses to be impacted, but sometimes that one person needs it. And that's what I want to continue to do. We're going to play a fun little game here. This is my favorite segment on the show. We're going to play WWADG. What would a Delulu girl do? Yeah. We had some of our Delulu besties submit their dilemmas, problems, questions, and concerns, and they want to know what we would do. What our Delulu take, our Delulu advice, our Delulu answer for their concern
I have a
is.
Capricorn Mercury, so what if I'm not very Delulu and I'm very like,
you know what?
This is the problem, this is the solution.
The good news is I'll be Delulu enough for all of us.
Okay.
Well, okay, let's go down their questions and yeah, give us your take. It could be realistic.
Okay.
I would love to hear it. So, first Delulu bestie, this is from an Emily. She says, do I unfollow my ex or stay following him to show I'm unbothered?
Unfollow.
Ooh.
Restrict, hide, don't give access, get that person out of here. Why are you keeping him around?
Right. I completely disagree. I would keep following because then so they know you don't care, and then you're like,
no, this is what I do. I unfollow and
unfollow.
remove as followers as well. Like, get out of here.
Have you done that?
Oh yeah, always.
I've never unfollowed people.
Oh my gosh, I mean, I don't do that often, but you know, if someone needs to be cut off, I unfollow and remove them as followers as well.
I want to be able to have that boundary.
Last winter, I was working on a TV show in Georgia, the country, and I unfollowed so many people and removed them as followers as well because they were, well, superficial and fake.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
Ow.
Wait, do you ever get confronted on that?
What are they gonna say? Why did you unfollow me? That
Yes.
is so pathetic. I'm so sorry. It's like that. If I wish someone comes to me, please. I'll laugh at how pathetic that person
That
will
is
be.
so crazy.
Oh my god. Why did you unfollow me? That is what you're gonna say. Why did you unfollow? Oh my gosh.
You know what I get a lot of, and it's so awko taco for me. People are always like, "You never follow me back." Oh my god, you did that to me earlier
on Twitter.
Okay. In all fairness, and I really do stand on this, I had no idea you followed me. I totally would have followed back. Of course.
Wait, what are more hot takes, or what are we like saying Delulu takes on?
Okay, so that was Emily.
Get rid of that ex. You don't need that person. You're much better. The reason it ended is because, well, it sucked and you deserve better. I mean, I don't know his story.
I'm gonna agree with Nick.
I don't
on this
know
one
his
now.
side. I believe in, hearing both sides.
I believe in you. So
yeah.
You know what, Emily? Unfollow that man. So, okay, bestie, anonymous bestie asked, should I ghost this boy I'm not interested in? I do it all the time. Sorry. I know. I shouldn't. I do it all the time. I just did it.
Okay. Here's what I have to say. If time was invested in it and there's more than one hangout, I think you should say something.
Oop.
Because
damn, I'm a bad person.
That's basic. That's just basic respect. But only if it feels like time was invested, you know?
Okay.
But if it was like you just met someone at a bar and like, you know, you hit it
fine.
off and like whatever, but
That's
then
super
you just
insightful.
never like want to do anything again after a meetup and don't even respond, I think that's fine because it's not that serious.
Okay.
But, you know, if time was invested, yeah, you should say something.
All right. Well,
If it's someone bothering you and you've never met, then, you know, get rid of them.
you don't
whatever.
owe them anything, to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. To the person I ghosted, you'll be hearing from me soon, I guess. And I apologize. So we have another bestie, anonymous bestie. This one's juicy. My boyfriend broke up with me, but he's actually also my boss. Ooh, that's an HR meeting.
That's
What are you thinking?
That's a K-drama.
Yes, a little bit. I would get a new job, honestly. That's my real Lulu
I mean,
advice.
no. If the money's good,
Ooh.
get your bag. In this economy, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, I hate how money is a need.
I know.
It's not a want, because like everyone wants money.
Well,
It's
we
like
all have money. If you're listening to this podcast, you're actually rich Lulu.
Rich Lulu.
Rich Lulu.
Based on how bad the circumstances are, I would say keep it.
Okay, we
And
need more
maybe,
details.
Maybe if you know the situation between you and your ex is like bad, I would say on the side quietly look for another job to like secure a position, but don't just quit if you have nowhere else to go.
But then I feel like, wouldn't that be uncomfortable for the bestie Lulu? Like, you're working, this is your ex, they're your boss.
Of course it would be uncomfortable, but
Right.
what's more uncomfortable, working for your ex and getting the money until you find another job, or being jobless with nothing?
God, you're so right. I don't know what I would do, Lulu, because like, I haven't had a traditional job in like 5 years.
Right.
I'm essentially my own boss, I suppose. Like, I don't know.
I mean, this applies to like traditional jobs. so-
Right. That's the job questions are always really tough for me because
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have a great frame of reference either.
I think people need to be more thoughtful before they quit. I think you really need to like
People
think
to be
the pros
jumping.
and cons. I think you need to have like a plan, somewhere to go,
Okay.
and then quit.
You know what?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you some Tilulu.
Tilulu.
I'm not gonna name names though,
Ooh.
but there's this one person at a gym I go to. I'm not gonna
Okay.
name the gym either. We're friends on TikTok, and we have been for years.
Okay. They're a content creator.
Yeah, content
Okay.
creator, a big one too. And that person didn't follow many people, so it's not like that person wouldn't recognize me. It's not like that person followed
I see where this is
1,000 something
going.
followers. It's like
Yeah.
300 or 200 or something, you know, and for years. So I introduced myself like, oh my gosh, are you da 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 da? I'm no. And then that person looks up at me kind of confused, like, what, you know, I catch that quick second of like, you know, the guy that does those zodiac content. I dumb myself down because that's what I do. Like, I'm like very friendly with people, and then that person was like, oh yeah. And then that person kept asking me questions as they're on their phone, and I'm like saying they, not because they're non-binary, but you know, suddenly everyone turns non-binary when there's another woman in the picture.
When we're given the T Lulu, everyone is non-binary.
So, you know, I was very friendly and I'm very warm. I know how I am as a person.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that I even introduced myself and like, you know, hey, we follow each other.
Yeah,
like,
very humble
that's what you
Lulu.
do if you run into someone, right? You don't just
Yeah.
ignore and walk away.
Yeah.
But he was asking me questions like, oh, where are you from? And then as the, ooh,
So
they,
rude, Lulu.
as they were on their phone, and I'm like, so I just get like, well, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
See you around.
What do you do in that situation?
Right. And then the next day, this
You see
person
them again?
walks by me this close, but in a diva way. But not, you know what? I'm
Maybe they have an ego Lulu.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know this person. I can't judge this person based off of that. But to me, this behavior like that is so disgusting.
Oh my God.
Ignoring and stuff like that is so disgusting.
So Rudy
And
Patootie.
I always look for the best in people, but you know
do.
what? The stereotype of influencers being, and this, I'm not talking about this person any longer. I'm not. I've moved on from that person, like about what I'm about to say. But what I'm saying is, influencer stereotypes are real.
Yes.
Some of the egos and some of the delusion, like real delusion, not
Ooh.
like Delulu type of delusion, like
Oh.
not the manifesting Delulu.
So
the
delusion derogatory.
derogatory. Explanation point, no question mark in sight. Unfortunately, the stereotypes about influencers are true.
It's genuinely very true, honestly. And
They will ignore you because
Yeah.
they think they're cool. Or this is like maybe 20% of the time, because I do believe in this as well. Maybe they were too shy, and that's like
You give people a lot of benefit of the doubt.
yeah.
Honestly, I don't.
But
I
this
really
is
don't.
what I did after. I was like, I unfollowed from TikTok, removed that person from TikTok, and
Do you still see them at the gym?
yeah, I just don't say hi.
Good. Fuck that.
But I don't act like diva, you know. I don't
Yes.
do that when I like unfollow someone. I just pretend like I not even pretend. I act like they don't exist.
They don't exist
I just
no more.
get disgusted by
Whatever.
behavior like that. You want to ignore me and not be a decent human being in a functioning society that we're all part of.
Yes.
You know?
And we're doing the same thing. That's so Rudy Patootie. That's really weird. Like,
There's no time for diva and huff and puff, you know?
absolutely.
No time.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine. I think I've been, oh my God. I had a situation at VidCon last year where this creator, massive creator, and this really is Delulu. I've met them a million times. I've met them a million times, and they know me, right? And then the last time I saw them at VidCon, they come up to me and they're like, "Hi, I'm blah blah blah," and I was like, "Hi." I was like, "Wait, we just hung out like 30 minutes ago, like in the green room." You know what I mean? So I was like, "What?" Like I was really confused, and I was like, in my head, I was like, I think it was like a power move because they had like their little posse this time, and I was like, okay, that was super uncomfortable and unsettling for me.
If that was a power move, go fuck yourself. And I don't even know who you are, but like go fuck yourself. Like be a decent human and like with decent
Thank you.
connections. Like
Damn,
I'm
you got
sorry.
my back.
I don't like competition. I like support. And I'm
Yeah.
talking genuine support. This is what I believe in any friendship, relationship, whatever. Like both sides need to uplift one another.
Absolutely.
I have to feel happy for you. You have to feel happy for me. I will show up for you. You will show up for me. You know, that's how it works in any type of partnership.
Absolutely.
So if there's gonna be power plays and like sabotage, go fuck yourself.
You know, like this industry is like so competitive and weird. Like what I really love about, you know, my friendship with you and even knowing you is like, I never felt competitive with you. And we come from a very similar niche. I did astrology content for a really long time. I feel like it's making it sound like I'm not gonna do astrology anymore. But we both made astrology content and I never felt like, I was like, oh, I need to do better than Nick or da-da-da. It was never like that. I never had any animosity. We were always so exactly that, uplifting, supporting, like the tweet, like you hit 1 million. I was celebrating that. I was so excited.
So sweet.
Well, I was genuinely really excited. I was like more excited than when I hit 1 million because like I was just rooting for you. We both came up at the same time. We both started at the same time, and it's inspiring to even watch.
Get rid of those people that you feel an evil eye from, or competition, or tense around eggshells and all of that. No, any friendship, relationship, you're not supposed to be walking around eggshells. You're supposed to feel free.
I love that.
Free to say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Free to exist. And free to take up space.
Damn, your Aries moon really came out right now.
I have a zero bullshit tolerance.
Okay, Nick, we're going to do another game. This is claim or rebuke.
Okay.
So the instructions are right there in the game and the title. Claim is you accept, rebuke is you reject. I'm going to rapid fire some topics, and you can give context to your answer if you want, but I just want to know if you're going to claim or rebuke this.
Let me lubricate my throat with my Delulu with Ryan mug.
Oh, available now. Yes, go ahead. But we're going to talk about a couple of different topics, and again, context if you want, but no pressure. So first, this is actually just like an open-ended question. I want you to claim one zodiac sign and rebuke one zodiac sign.
Oh.
Ooh, hard.
My favorite sign, I'm going to say earth signs.
Me too. I love earth
signs.
Okay, actually, I notoriously say every sign's my favorite sign, but I do very much love earth signs. I do love earth signs.
For the longest time in my life, I've had a lack of fire energy in my life. But
Interesting.
in the past year, there's like Sagittarius placements and Aries and Leos all around me. And like, it doesn't have to be just suns. It can be placements as well. So maybe a year ago, I would have said, I guess, fire signs. But no, they're teaching me what I need to learn. They showed up at the right time.
There's so much fire sign energy right here too, honestly, right now. And honestly, I love fire signs. I feel like I'm mad aggressive. So I feel like...
Wait, so you rebuke Geminis, obviously. Who do you claim?
I rebuke Gemini men specifically.
Okay.
And right now I am claiming Scorpios because Brett is a Scorpio and we're working on the show together. So claiming that right now. Are we claiming or rebuking TikTok astrology? To be noted, obviously not emotions, but TikTok astrology.
I claim it only because it's TikTok astrology. you know?
Definitively TikTok astrology. So lighter, maybe not necessarily as in depth. Agree.
I mean, the only reason I claim it is because everyone starts somewhere, and you know,
It's a
TikTok
good
astrology is not
introduction.
like real astrology per se. I mean, there's truth in it, of course, but you know, real astrology is more like one-on-one. This is your like birth
It's
chart.
also a
you know,
study,
this
and
is-
it's like something that like it goes so much more in depth. And
it's never ending as well. Astrology just doesn't stop. It continuously continues.
and it forever will be, and that's literally astrology. Okay,
But
I think
I claim TikTok astrology because it's, you know, it's fun and it's, you know, somewhere people have to start somewhere.
would it be controversial if I say I'm rebuking TikTok
That's
astrology?
fine. I mean, I would too, but like for the reason I explained, that's why I claim it.
You know what? I have a reason for rebuking it. I
Okay.
think a lot of TikTok astrology, I see fear mongers, and I
Okay,
really don't
okay,
love
okay.
that. I
Right,
really
right,
hate
right.
that. So
That I rebuke as well.
Rebuke.
That I rebuke. I'm talking about like, oh, what sign is most likely to, I don't know, jump off a cliff or cheat? I'm stupid as hell, but
and it's like that's so dumb. Obviously, Gemini men were most likely to cheat.
Libra men, but
Not the Libra stray.
but well, that I rebuke as well. No one should be fearing TikTok or whatever social media should be
True.
a place of either a place for you to laugh and feel good or a place for you to learn about
Absolutely.
the world.
I
You
agree
know?
with both.
It's not like the world is not as unfortunate the circumstances are in this
Right.
world, of
Yes.
course. Some people, you know, on TikTok astrology that fearmonger and say things like awful things are coming.
Not naming names.
No.
I wouldn't even be able to name them if I could. I don't
Actually
even watch
wouldn't be able
content.
to name it either. I
I
just like
really
skip
wouldn't.
most people.
Absolutely. I'm like, why are you popping? Not interested. Damn. So, are we claiming or rebuking sun sign compatibility?
I mean, I know people say that doesn't matter, but I think so. Why not? I mean,
I think it's fun.
here's what I'm gonna say about astrology. There's certain signs that are more compatible to other signs.
I see that. Yes.
I think anything can work. If a Gemini and a Virgo, for example, get together, it can work, but they're not necessarily compatible because earth and air is not a compatible element. But that being said, once you learn about one another, you can, of course, adjust things to make it work. But also, that being said, that doesn't mean that the energy will be natural flow. It'll take compromise and adjustments to get to the level of compatibility.
You're really out here
Now,
teaching
if we're going to
me.
be getting with someone that we are compatible with, so for example, a Virgo with a Taurus, the energy
Oh.
flow will be more natural. It'll be harmonious.
Yes.
There won't be much
I
compromise.
do love Tauruses.
But I don't rebuke sun sign astrology,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think it's important enough to like even talk about when it comes
It's
to
like
compatibility.
it's like what you said. Everyone starts somewhere.
Look at the moon sign because that's your emotions, how you feel. It's important to have a very compatible moon sign because, I mean, that's the side of you when no one else sees you. So only the most intimate people in your life, like your best friends and everyone, you alone. So of course you need to be feeling safe and comfortable. Your Venus because that's your love language, and it's your
Right.
values, and your Mercury because that's
How you
think and
communicate.
communicate.
Right. Absolutely.
That's
Okay.
that's the love big three.
You know what? I think if people were to go deeper into it, then it'd probably make, I guess, dating. I mean, honestly, guys, I'm gonna be so real. Date whoever you want. Genuinely, I don't even look at that. Like, I try not to. You can get so in your head about it.
Right. Just go based on how you feel
Go on
intuitively.
how you feel,
know.
right? And learn who this other person is, what they need, what they want, stuff like that. So, honestly, I guess I'll rebuke sun sign compatibility. Just be with whoever you want. Genuinely, it's fine.
Dating people based on dating or not dating people based on what sign they are, I rebuke that. Obviously.
Rebuke.
yeah.
Absolutely rebuke. Definitely. So, are we claiming or rebuking Mercury retrograde?
Honestly, I claim it.
I'm claiming.
I've tried to like.
Rebuke it.
What if this is placebo and because it's Mercury retrograde,
Oh,
I'm
because
like,
you're so logical.
right? Yeah, but
Right.
oh my gosh, no matter how many times I ignore it, it's like all these inconveniences happening.
true.
Or like, yeah.
And it's honestly, this is what I always say. It's just so nice to be like Mercury retrograde and blame it on that. It gives me peace to be like, okay, well, it's Mercury retrograde. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, people can abuse that as well, of course, or like bad
Definitely.
behavior, or like people. I know this is not a question, but like this is what I rebuke: people blaming their bad behavior on their signs. You're
I
not.
rebuke too.
I'm a Scorpio. I did this because da da da. No, you
Ooh,
just
not the Brett stray.
You just suck.
No.
don't bring astrology into this, diva.
Ooh.
Don't.
Okay. Yes, the Scorpio
The
strays.
Scorpios don't claim you, in fact.
Oh,
you know?
no. Oh, no.
Or whatever sign, you know.
Whatever
That's
sign,
what
of
I
course.
rebuke: blaming bad behavior on that.
Right. Absolutely. I agree with that. I think people see as like such a, what's it, cop out, right? And on the flip side, people also like, they could also like say like really positive things about them that could be definitely embellished and be like, it's because I'm this. I'm like, okay, yes, girly pop. It is because of that. Well, Nick, we close out every show with manifesting together. The universe is listening, and this is your chance, our chance to speak it into existence. What are we manifesting? We already talked about a prosperous acting career, being able to be flexible with go on your vacay, have your drinky winky of choice whenever you want, and having an incredible acting agent. But what else are we manifesting? Let's speak into existence.
Contentness in life.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Feeling happy and
Yeah,
free.
I need that. I'm claiming that.
And I do feel that way, but I want to like introduce those feelings into my like everyday type of like conditioning. I want to condition that into my regular lifestyle. You know how when
Yeah.
we grow up and we're conditioned with certain things and how what we're
Absolutely.
used to. I want to condition peace and happiness and freedom and just like easygoingness.
I need
Not-
all of that. Oh my
Not
God.
being in a rush,
Ooh.
not stressing,
Ooh.
no anxiety. Life is too short and
Yeah.
too beautiful and sad at times to like, you know.
See, that's the other thing. I think another thing for you, you know, do you feel like you can't take compliments, or do you feel like you struggle with that?
I definitely struggle with that.
Yeah.
I have not grown up with the most secure, like
Really?
self-security, I guess. I always thought I was ugly. I always thought I was like fat. And like I was. And I'm that's an okay word to say. Like I mean, actually I don't even know where I'm going. I've struggled with like severe weight gain
Your perception
a
of
lot
yourself
in
was
my
like,
life.
yeah.
So I'm blind, I guess, to how I look. Like I definitely
Wait, can I tell you this? Like, you look incredible. When I got you from the parking lot, I think that was the first thing I said to you.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you. You did. No, you did.
Wait, I actually don't even want to say this on camera, but I will just because you're opening up about this. Literally, like, it's so crazy, y'all. We're doing this show right now, and you're my guest, and like I'm talking to you, I'm trying to make eye contact with you, but I keep looking at your arms
Why? Oh.
because you look good. Like, oh shit.
I don't know. I don't have. It's not like I'm buff or whatever.
And that's
but,
the
like,
highlight, Brett.
I'm like, I hit the gym sometimes.
Dude,
you
you
know?
look good. You look
Thank
good. You look
you.
good. You look good. Like,
Thank
honestly,
you.
like obviously, like your self-perception is so important, but from
Thank
my
you.
side, you look incredible.
I mean, I have a healthy core system of like who I am as a person.
Good.
I'm confident in that.
Yeah.
Like I do struggle with the outside. Like, you know, sometimes I'm like, wait, but why should I consider myself pretty? Like, who am I to think that, you know, or handsome or whatever? Like, am I
'cause you
egotistical?
exist. Because
Yeah.
you exist. You're allowed to feel that way about yourself.
Thank you. I mean, yeah,
We're gonna
I
work
get
on
so
it.
weird with compliments. When people
get it.
compliment me, I'm like, oh, I don't know, you're so pretty too.
Oh my god, I'm so opposite. I love compliments. I'm like, oh my god, thank you.
Oh
Like,
my
yay.
God, I like tense up and like,
Really?
oh my God, I like start sweating and like I'm actually like feeling, see, I mean, shiny fingers.
Wait, okay, okay, no more compliments.
No, more compliments.
More compliments. Well, you were incredible, and we'll leave it at that.
Thank you. So are you.
Thank you.
But I don't want to leave it. But I mean, we have to.
Well, you are incredible, and like seriously, I'm so excited for everything they have coming up and coming out, and just genuinely, like, I know you don't see this about yourself right now, but and obviously we're gonna do it together, genuinely, but it is super exciting for me because I really believe in you so much so that I'm like, I have a fucking superstar on my show, and when you are doing all of these things in the near future, True Lulu, it's gonna be really cool for me to say, oh my god, like Nick was on my show.
Literally, likewise to you.
Wow, thank you.
My plan for
Thank
our
you.
friendship is to be
Yes.
right by each other's sides.
Oh my gosh.
Hardships, none of those,
Rebuke,
please. But like
rebuke,
rebuke all those.
rebuke,
But
rebuke.
like life happens, so for those two, but like always the wins.
I so appreciate that.
So,
and
thank you.
we have so many coming, claiming,
Absolutely.
and we're manifesting all of that. Was there anything else you wanted to add to your manifestations? So peace, we have an agent, a remarkable agent, freedom to do what you want to do, being in incredible acting projects. Anything else? I'm claiming all that too, for the most part.
What do you have?
Well, what am I claiming? I'm really claiming the success of the show.
Mm-hmm,
Like, it's not even just me. It's like I look at the whole production and look
Mm-hmm.
at like what Brett and I were doing, and I look at the team and what my manager and I have done, and I really want it to be. It is an incredible show, and I want it to. do well and be seen. And yeah, that's what I'm manifesting for myself right now. I
think
really
that's
care about this
beautiful.
show. I care about this production. I care about the team. So like I really want all of it to do well, and I want the bestie Lulus to get everything out of it, you know? So
I think
claiming.
that's beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
It's yours.
Thank you. I agree. Yay. Claim Lulu. Well, Nick, thank you so much for being a guest. Seriously.
Thank you.
This was so, I hope you know, this was so like empowering for me, but I also enjoyed this so deeply. You're so fucking funny. I don't even think you know. Like the
I
shit
don't
you
think
say
so.
and the things
Actually,
that you
everyone
do.
tells me I need to be in comedy movies and TV shows.
You do.
I'm like, wait, why do I always imagine myself in a serious like drama or whatever?
I mean,
or
you
something?
could do it all, honey.
But I'll take it. I'll be the fool. I'm good at acting a fool.
You could do it all. You're so fucking hilarious. Like
Thank
your
you.
reactions and everything you do. I'm like, oh my God, you're like a fucking crack up.
Thank
But
you.
seriously, thank you for being a guest. Thank you for being here. And besties, thank you for listening to another episode of Delulu with Ryan Liu. This was your healthy dose of Delulu. So now you can go live your true Lulu. Nick Grigolia, where can we find you?
Here.
Oh. Well, yes.
You can find me at Nick Grigolia or Zodiac Boyfriend or yeah, I don't know where.
On TV and in movies.
Oh my God, you can find me on TV and in movies and iCarly and
Yeah, we
with
both will be.
Ryan.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And we're so excited for it. Yes, guys, please follow Nick on all his platforms. He is at Zodiac Boyfriend and also at Nick Grigolia. But you can find him also on the big screen coming very, very, very soon. And the small screen, whatever screens that you stream, whatever you stream on.
You hear that, future agent? I know you're watching.
Oh,
Specifically, a very badass, awesome, cool agent.
That's what we're claiming. We're truly claiming that. And honestly, Nick, we're excited to watch you on all of that too. And your agent's very lucky to have you. Yay! Well, if you love this episode, besties, please, please, please follow the podcast on Spotify and hit the bell button to be notified of every new episode. We have a new show every Thursday. And if you would be so kind to give the show a rating, Nick and I will personally read your horoscope for you every morning as your alarm. As a thank you. So please give the show a rating if you're enjoying it. And if you want more of this podcast, please join my Passes Besties at the top of my page as well. You could be a part of next week's WWADG and submit your question, concern, Delulu, whatever it is, and we could talk about it here on the show. You can also find me at Emotions, E.MOPTONS, across all my platforms, as well as at Delulu BFF, which is the podcast account. Thank you guys for being here, and stay Delulu, besties.
You heard it. Stay Delulu.
Stay Delulu.